Here's another data cleanup video. We have this type of data which is difficult to analyze. We're going to convert it to this type of data which is easy to analyze. Here we have two columns, label and data. The labels are repeating because actually these should have been rows, but each row is represented by 3 rows with repeating labels. The first step is to create a table, insert table. I've already done that. The name of the table is the default table 1. We are going to use Power Query for this. So close the file, create a blank new file, and then start Power Query. Data, get data from file, Excel workbook. Of course, the exact same process will work in Power BI as well. In Power Query, select the table, click on the transform, and now the Power Query window will open. There are row numbers given here, but we want our own column with row numbers so that we can identify each row by doing some calculations. To add our own row numbers, we use add column, index column. It starts with 0, so it's going up to 11. Now, we know that these 3 are actually one row. The next 3 are the second row. So we want another column here where row numbers are generated. And how do we do that? We know that each row is represented by 3 rows. So we divide these numbers by 3 and only take the integer portion, discard the decimal. So how do you do that? Custom column. And now we use a function, number dot integer divide. The word number may repeat, just remove it. This is a function which requires 2 things. What are we dividing? The index column. And what are we dividing it by? Number 3. And that will add another column with correct row numbers. The index column has done its job. So right click, remove. Now go to the label column. We'll do something like a pivot table because this has to come in columns, not in rows. So we are pivoting it. So select this label column, go to transform and say pivot this column. So it's saying the names in this will create new columns, which is exactly what we want. And because there are duplicates, it will automatically merge them. But what happens to the value column? Value is going to come from data. And here we don't want any summary to be done. So go to advanced option and say don't summarize. And that's it. It does the job. Now we don't need row number. It has served its purpose. Say remove. And the last step, select all the columns, Control A, and make sure we detect data types. This is done automatically by Power Query, but it's a good idea to cross-check that the data types are correct. And now we can import the data, import load to, because we can take a decision based on size of the data. If the data was large, I would have put it in data model. This time, import it in table in a sheet. So that's it. We have the data, but just to test whether it works fine. So I'm going to open the original file and add one more record there. Let's save the file, close the file, and come back to our output. Right click there and refresh. And predictably enough, it is done. Like this, there are so many instances where people have to use the correct format of data and the correct process. I work with many global customers to optimize their data analytics processes. If you are interested, do send me a mail on this ID. So that's it for now. See you next time. Thank you.